welcome to the Tea Huddle with Marisa and Kelly.
Your only source for gridiron gossip.
We are in week 5 of the 2023 football season.
Woo!
Or should we call it the Taylor Swift show? We will get into that, but before we do, Kelly, were there highlights from this past week of football, of sporting games?
I mean, weren't a lot of highlights, but there were a lot of lowlights.
Ooh.
Let's start with the battle of, dare I say, the worst teams in the league. So the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos, they both went into week 4 hoping to get their first win of the season.
The Broncos is Russell Wilson.
Yep. Yes.
Which my people, know him because he's married to Ciara, a super pop star.
Love them.
He was good. He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. He was great with the Seahawks previously.
And now he's bad.
I'm not going to comment on,
okay.
on that.
Okay. But the Broncos,
there's a lot going on.
The Broncos are bad.
Yeah, the Broncos have had a bad season.
Yikes.
And the Bears were feeling especially confident because, last week, in week 3, the Broncos gave up 70 points.
Right.
Against the Dolphins.
The second worst loss in NFL history.
So the Bears went in. They're like, we got this.
Yeah, they got to be feeling good.
Yeah, the Broncos are not a good team. They could win, get their first win of the season. And they were doing really well. They were up 21. They had a 21-point lead, and they blew it in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Stop.
Yeah.
I missed that one. There's only so much football someone can watch, I guess.
So, I mean, happy for the Broncos. They pulled off a W.
Their first of the season.
Win.
Finally.
But yeah, oof for the Bears.
Yikes. The only thing I know about the Bears is, and it's not even true anymore, which is so sad, but I love a fun fact about a player, and their quarterback, the Bears quarterback, Justin Fields, is, first of all, he has epilepsy. Second of all, he's a vegan.
What?
So he is the NFL's resident epileptic vegan.
Oh my. I had no idea. I didn't know he was either of those things.
He's not both of them anymore. Still, unfortunately, epileptic, but he has incorporated fish into his diet because he found it hard to eat in restaurants. I also imagine he would need the fuel, the protein. Yeah. So he is now an epileptic pescatarian. Still unlikely for an NFL quarterback, but maybe this man needs some red meat. He's not playing very good football.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's missing.
Okay, so it was the battle of the worsts with the Bears proving to be the absolute worst. What else do we have?
And then the Patriots were annihilated by the Cowboys. They lost 38-3.
This one I watched. This
was really hard to watch.
McCorkle was
not good.
Not so good.
I'll let you call him that this week.
He hasn't earned Mac.
He's not earned Mac. Yeah. And then the Bills destroyed the Dolphins 48-20. So the Dolphins were coming off big game last week, but the Bills, they're securing their spot as the AFC East victors.
The Bills are the best team in the AFC East.
They are officially.
Okay, wow.
But I mean, there are still 2 undefeated teams, so that's
who are they?
Good. San Francisco 49ers. They've been having an awesome season. And then the Eagles are undefeated, although they barely beat the Washington Commanders last week, so we'll see how their season shakes out.
So it seems like maybe the 49ers are the best team right now.
They're looking real good.
I'm a big Brock Purdy fan because he's just a sweet boy.
But yeah, looking forward to week 5. It's the first week of the buys that begin. So,
okay, now what is that? What is a bye week?
So a bye week is when there's 4 to 6 teams typically who do not play that week. So everyone get your teams ready in fantasy. Make sure you're not playing anybody who will not be out there this week.
Because they will not get you points.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be more advantageous to have it later in the season when you're just exhausted, battered, and bruised. And right now you're still feeling good. You're still feeling
I don't know. I think a lot of these teams need some rest. So yeah, this week it's the Browns, the Chargers, the Bucks, and the Seahawks. So check your rosters out there.
Wow, this is valuable information. This is why people need to tune into the Tea Huddle every week for nuggets like this.
We're gonna help your fantasy team.
Yeah. My fantasy team won this week, just saying. It felt good. It felt good.
No comment. Our top story this week, once again, involves the spectacular Taylor Swift.
Miss Swift was in the building.
She attended the Chiefs and Jets game on Sunday night in New York.
Okay, I feel like this is interesting for both football and celebrity. Celebrity, obviously, because the biggest star in the whole wide world was there, and she brought like a motley crew of celebrity friends. Blake Lively, her bestie, her husband Ryan Reynolds.
She brought so many friends.
That suite was at capacity. The most random guest was Hugh Jackman.
Oh, I love him.
I know, and it makes sense because him and Ryan Reynolds are in movies together. I read a tweet that was about how she's just collecting divorcees because she's spending all this time with Sophie Turner, who is going through a divorce with Joe Jonas.
Oh, that's good. Maybe they could talk through it together.
What if they hooked up? Sophie Turner and Hugh Jackman, unlikely couple, fall in love at the Jets game.
At least, some therapy together.
Yeah, they can bond over that. Brittany Mahomes was in the suite with them.
They really hit it off.
Anthony from Queer Eye
for
the
the
Straight
Guy.
I love seeing Anthony. There.
I forgot about him.
I feel conflicted about this because on the one hand, watching Taylor Swift watch her new boyfriend play sports is so much more interesting to me than watching sports. But at the same time, the NFL is acting like a desperate weirdo who has never seen a famous person before.
Their socials?
It's honestly
advertising.
It's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
They're obsessed. Famous people have dated NFL players before. Famous people have attended football games before.
And like any major sporting event.
Yes.
The cameras cut to Taylor 17 times during the game. And like people, it'd be like right after touchdowns when like the players are trying to celebrate and like they're doing the cute little dance and it just like cuts to Taylor and you're like, wait, poor guy.
People are working hard out there on
that
the field.
Dance.
Oh, Travis Kelce is great. I watched a compilation this week on TikTok of his touchdown dances.
Oh yeah, he's got some good ones. So does Jason. Jason's got some good ones.
Does he? Oh yeah, I saw some of his. Yeah, so it's getting a little weird. There's a revolt happening as well, which is my fear. We got to protect Taylor and we got to protect her budding romance.
I mean, it's not her fault. She just wants to go to the game and
have a little fun before she embarks on her world tour
and
support her new man.
Hang out with his mom.
Yes.
Donna made an appearance
at both games.
Yeah, she came from Philly to New York to support both of her sons. She is truly MVP.
She's a dedicated football mom. Okay, and did you see that the NFL completely Swiftified their socials, their Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it, their Instagram?
They're losing it.
They're so excited. They can't contain themselves. Their Instagram bio was we're 2-0 as Swifties. Chiefs are 2-0 as Swifties.
Yeah, like you can't do that as like
playing
the league. Yeah.
Right. Their Twitter, all pictures of her, and the bio was today was the best day with Taylor, referencing her song The Best Day.
They're obsessed
and they're playing favorites. People think maybe they're not just playing favorites on their socials, but they're playing favorites on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was inappropriate to post all that after the Jets and Chiefs game because it was a really close game. It was a really good game. The Chiefs won 23-20. Barely. And yeah, a lot of Jets fans are upset. They think it was because of certain calls made by the refs, which I don't know.
I saw after the game ended, so after they lost for the third week in a row, the Jets owner posted a picture with his son or his grandson and Taylor Swift. He's wearing this like ridiculous blinged out chain. Picture with Taylor Swift, and the caption was, "We're Swifties too." Your team lost.
Yeah.
Your team is not doing well. Like, head in the game,
not the right time for that.
Right, and there were some calls that people thought were maybe a little...
Yeah, so really tough game for the Jets. They played so well. Zach Wilson played really well. But
I'm rooting for them.
The calls by the refs. So first there was a missed offensive holding call. And then the next play, Patrick Mahomes' throw was intercepted by a Jets player, and they flew the flag saying that it was a holding call on the Jets.
Was that Sauce Gardner? Because I know him from Hard Knocks, but all I know is that he tweeted, like, if I was a Swiftie, maybe the refs wouldn't have thrown the flag on me. So I feel like it's getting a little favoritism.
Yeah, the Jets fans are pretty upset.
Not as upset as the Giants fans, who had a game the next day and they played a commercial of Taylor Swift's concert is being released as a movie. Can't wait because I couldn't get tickets, as I've said, so I'm going to go see the movie. And when the commercial came on, everyone booed. Okay, everybody, let's all relax on both sides. We don't need to like put her on a throne because she's going to games, and we also don't need to attack her.
I wonder if it was like also because it was at MetLife also, and they just wanted a change. And
maybe I think just like
advertisement.
The men of
they're sick of
NFL.
hearing about their wives. Their wives trying to chime in.
This is what we have. Football is for the men. I feel like
guys.
Let's let everyone be excited to a normal extent. This is very, to me, reminiscent of Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo. Jessica Simpson, we all know,
wow, throwback
starlet of the early 2000s.
I forgot they dated. Didn't know.
I read her book, and by read I mean listened to an audiobook. She's the narrator, so it's amazing. It's like she's telling you her life story, and she does not hold back. Anything you ever wanted to know about Nick Lachey, John Mayer, Tony Romo, she gets into it.
Good for her.
So she says, little backstory, everybody. Tony Romo was a quarterback for the Cowboys for like a decade, 2006 to 2015, my notes say. He started dating Jessica Simpson in 2007.
So fresh in his career.
Yes, and he was like a star, a young Texan quarterback star. And he's dating this like beautiful famous pop star. She goes to a game, she's wearing a pink Romo jersey, and he plays terribly. And people freaked out. Everyone blamed Jessica Simpson. They started a chant, "Send Jessica home."
Oh
no. And they called her a jinx, and she was just getting like bashed in the media. She stopped
Poor
going
Jessica Simpson. She's had so many of these stories.
She's had a tough go of it. But she stopped going to his games. In the book said she expected him to defend her, and he was just like, maybe it would be better if you didn't come to games from now on. And I feel like if what we as a people want is for Taylor and Travis to be happy and in love, which is what I want, then let's all cool off.
Yeah, let's not get to that level again.
Just before
trying to watch the game.
Have a little fun.
Yeah.
But other than the fact that they showed Taylor 17 times and everybody was freaking out, you mentioned, it was surprisingly a good, tight game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I think one person who felt the Swiftie effect was Zach Wilson, quarterback of the Jets.
Zach Wilson.
Despite the tough loss, Wilson actually made history by outplaying Patrick Mahomes. It's wild because this has gotten no coverage.
Yes,
no one's giving Zach the attention he deserves after this game. I mean, I know it was a loss. So this is the first time in Mahomes' college and pro career, which is 127 starts.
Wow.
Played a lot of games. This is the first time that another quarterback or the opposing quarterback finished with more completions. More yards.
Played a better game than Mahomes.
Yeah, more completions, more yards, more touchdown passes.
Wow.
And less interceptions.
Wow.
So all of those stats.
I hope somebody's telling him this, because I saw a video of him after the game, and there's no audio, but you can read his lips very clearly. And he says, "No, it's all my fault. I lost the game, bro." It's so sad. No one wants to see a little elf that upset.
Yeah, after all that, like, he took the blame for losing the game, and it's just, he's not getting any good media for what happened. I think it's
the
a little
opposite.
Because of Taylor Swift too, is overshadowing it.
Every time I refresh my Twitter, it's like, Zach Wilson's the worst. He's got to get out. Like, the team is crumbling around him. People are upset with the coach for having his back.
Yeah, they're yelling at the coach. The locker room's upset, supposedly.
Right. And then he came in. Yeah. He did great despite the loss. And then I watched this post-game interview with Rodney Harrison. I don't know who he is. I'm sure he's really famous.
Yeah, Rodney Harrison. He's currently an NBC sports analyst, but he previously played on the Patriots.
Oh,
he played for a long time on the Patriots. But I saw this interview too, and it was really offensive.
So he's interviewing...
He's interviewing Chris Jones, who is a defensive tackle for Kansas City. And so, they're chatting after the game, and Rodney Harrison started bashing Zach Wilson, kind of baiting Jones to also bash him and talk about what a terrible
to say something bad.
He was like, "Oh, what do you think about him? Like, honestly, be honest. Like, you're just talking on national television. Tell us your honest opinion here." He's like, looking at the tape. You have to look at the tape before you come in here. Isn't he garbage? Oh, he's garbage. We're gonna tear him apart. Like, isn't that how you felt to Chris Jones? And Chris Jones is a good guy. He's not taking the bait.
No, he came off amazing.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh no, people forget he was drafted in the second round. He's a really good player, and he's a special player, and people need to give him time to grow, and he's proved that." Rodney Harrison was not having it. The minute that Chris Jones called him special, Rodney Harrison went after him and was like, special? He had a special night, but I don't think he's special. Like, he just kept going on and on.
It's a very mean thing to say. Like,
because usually you don't see that against like a former NFL player saying that about a current. Like, it's just like a brotherly bond there. Usually they're pretty supportive about each other.
Or somebody would say, like, he played a terrible game. He needs to work on his passing and whatever.
Like the fans were always saying things, but never from like another player.
Yeah, to say he's garbage, he's not special.
Yeah,
mean. And then I read that Zach Wilson trying to win. He, to me, just like, because he's so cute and he just looks like a little boy in like a grown boy's body. I just like think of him as just like a little puppy who's just like when a puppy knows it did something wrong, but it feels bad about it. So Zach Wilson bought everybody on the team ice cream, which is exactly if a puppy turned into a human.
Wow, I can just imagine them all stopping for ice cream, like chatting over their melting cone.
In my head, he has like a little cart that he's pushing around the locker room, and he's like, "You want a cone? You want a cone?" And then everyone's like, "I don't want a cone. I want to win." But who knows? I don't know.
I mean, it worked, I guess. A little ice cream goes a long way.
It fell a little short. But if they had been against almost any other team, like the Chiefs is one of the best teams in the league. If they had been against, let's say, the Browns, the Bears, the Broncos, whoever,
Carolina
else,
Panthers,
Giants. Like, okay, maybe we can't all beat Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce while he's there flexing for his new girlfriend, but he did great, and I hope that people are being nice to him.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers he blames cancel culture. He's like, he was doomed from the start. Ever since I got hurt, everyone's been hating on him. Which, I think we're all ready to give Zach Wilson another try. He's proved himself.
Yeah, everyone, let's give Zach Wilson another try, okay?
Yeah, go easy on the boy.
He's just a sweet boy who maybe sometimes sleeps with his mom's friends.
Watch out,
who
Donna.
Doesn't?
Watch out, Travis. Okay, guys, school is in session for today's segment.
Pop quiz.
I am excited about this one. So Kelly's expertise is all the happenings on the field, and I'd like to consider my domain all of the off-field tea. So we are going to see how much we've educated one another so far. We've each got 5 questions. Kelly's are all about football, and mine are all about the surrounding gossip.
Ooh, it's going to be tough.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm nervous.
I'm excited. Who should kick us off?
I will.
Okay, let's do it.
What does a tight end do?
Oh my God.
This is fresh. We talked about this last week.
Okay, so the tight end can catch the ball and also block for the quarterback.
That is correct. Wait. Are they offense or defense? You didn't specify.
They are offense.
Okay, just checking.
All right. Kelly, name 3 current NFL players who are dating or have dated a famous woman.
Okay, we're going to start with Travis Kelce.
That counts.
Number 1. And then we're going to go with...
You got this.
I got this. Why do all of a sudden I just know the girlfriends' names? This is an easy one, too.
This was the easiest. They get harder.
It's Josh Allen.
That's right.
And then a third one, Odell Beckham Jr.
There we go.
Wow, I just could not think of Josh Allen's name. All right, we're tied 1-1.
Ooh, pressure's
going into
on.
the second round.
Ooh.
Name one of the 3 coaches that I said would get fired.
Oh, no. Okay. I know one of them was the Vikings coach, and I know that I don't know his name. What about, oh, damn. Okay, what about the Cardinals coach? I don't know his name either.
Do you know like what people called him maybe?
The Michael Scott of football coaching.
I'll allow that.
Well, our producer says no. Okay, hold on, everybody, hold on. What about Brian Dable of the Giants? You thought he looked unhealthy.
Yeah, I don't.
But he wasn't one you
wasn't
said.
One, no.
Okay. Don't time me out just yet. What about? I was so cocky. I was like, I'm gonna get them all. I know everything about football.
His name is like a very classic name.
Like Joe Smith. Was it?
It's just like an American boy.
All right. Well, we're turning up the heat over here too in the gossip world. All right.
His name is Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. I knew that he looks like such a Kevin O'Connell.
Just a classic American boy.
Oh, when you see him, you go, of course, Kevin O'Connell. Damn. Oh, all right. What is the name of Aaron Rodgers' ex who got stranded in Peru?
Yes, I was hoping you would ask me this one. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I have some ideas. It's blue of something.
It is blue of something.
Blue of the dirt.
Oh, that's so close. Is that your final answer?
Blue of the earth.
It is blue of the earth.
I love her. She's still there. Question number 3.
Mm-hmm.
What position does Jason Kelce play?
Oh, okay. I know he's a defensive player, and I know he hikes the ball to the quarterback, and he's called, does that have a specific name or just a defensive lineman?
No.
Oh, then he's off. He's okay. So when I said defensive, what I meant was offensive.
Yeah, defensive too.
But he's big is what I meant. He's like a big guy. He looks like a defensive lineman, but he's actually
defending
an
the quarterback.
offensive lineman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's called? No, it has a more specific name.
No, there's more specific name.
Okay.
He's
and
part of the offensive line, but he's got a specific
called
role.
the
I'm not gonna give me
the center. He's a center.
Ding ding ding.
Oh my God, it's because he stands in the center when he hikes the ball. That's why he's the center. Wow. Ooh, I feel
totally get the defense.
I feel alive.
Thing, no.
Okay. Number 3 from the world of gossip. In the year of 2022, there were 26 NFL arrests. 8 of these were wide receivers. One of them was an active quarterback. Name that quarterback.
Did we talk about this?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Quarterback last season.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh,
he's still active this season as well. Should I say that charges were dropped?
Charges were dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Baker Mayfield. He was drunk and he got arrested.
Great guess, but not quite.
Yeah, but he was drinking.
It was Geno Smith of the Seahawks.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He
What'd
was
do?
going 96 in a 60 mile per hour zone. He was swerving across.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Across sides of the road. Arrested on suspicion of a DUI. He did not agree to a breathalyzer test. He got a blood test done, and it ended up showing that he was below the legal limit.
I do remember this now.
So they dropped charges.
Yeah, a lot of drunk driving.
A lot of drunk driving. Although this was just tipsy driving.
He wasn't drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. He did argue with the cops upon arrest, saying that he wouldn't fit in the cop car. Which, Geno Smith, you're a big guy. You're not that big. You're not.
Sorry,
You're not
officer.
the size of a center. You know.
Yeah. We'll get him in that car.
Also, his birthday's in 5 days. Happy early birthday, Geno Smith. Stay out of trouble.
No joy rides.
So we're all tied up, 2-2.
2-2.
2 questions left each.
Yes. So question number 4. While we're on the topic,
Mm-hmm.
how many teams has Baker Mayfield played for?
Oh, okay. I know he's been bopped all around town. I know he's currently on the Bucks. I know he was a Raider. Is that not even right? It's not. Okay,
No,
they're all looking around like it's not right. Well, I feel like he
Crickets.
wore dark colors in my head.
You don't also have to guess the name. You just have to guess
A number.
the number.
I mean, the number that's coming to me is 5.
Okay. You locking it in?
6. Final answer 6.
Okay.
How many?
The correct answer is 4.
Oh, I way
He
overshot
started with the
it.
Browns, and then last year he was on 2 teams. He bounced around last year. He was on the Panthers, and then the Rams, and now he's on the Bucks.
Baker Mayfield. Do I get any bonus points for knowing the amount of money that he thinks perhaps his father and his brother stole from him? Spoiler, it's $12 million. Allegedly. Anyway.
Well,
question number 4 for the gossips. That's me. What was the name of Zach Wilson's BYU friend and teammate who started dating his ex-girlfriend when he allegedly cheated on her with his mom's friend?
ooh, yeah, he was drafted as well.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still play even?
He does.
And he's a receiver.
Yes.
He's a receiver, but I have no idea what his name is. Michael?
Unfortunately, the answer we were looking for is Dax Milne.
Dax? Wow, what a
Milne.
name.
He
Know that one.
is a Washington Commander, but with his groin injury, he is currently on the injured reserved list.
All right, so yeah, two out of 4, 50% for both of us.
We're like
we gotta go
like,
back to school.
We're like the Bears Broncos out here.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's because we know the other one is there
Yeah.
to lift us up where we need it. But now we need to lift ourselves in the final round of Pop Quiz.
All right. Name both ways a team can score 2 points.
Okay, I'm ready for this one. I'm so ready. One of them is a safety.
That's correct.
Okay.
I love a safety. It's my favorite play of all time. Do you know what a safety is?
No, I don't know what a safety is.
But I guess I'll give it to you. I guess for knowing the word. They're not so common, so I just get really excited.
Okay. Is it when you're in the red zone and you make a play? They had to go for it. Is that
Yeah.
Is that what it means? They're
yeah,
going for it.
They're going for it. What does that
I
mean?
have no idea. I just know it's something people say. They're going for it. They had to go for it.
When do they go for it?
At the end.
What do you mean?
I think I'll accept half a point.
You're really close. Like, yeah, you hear people saying like they're going for it, or like they're going for 2, like, and it's after they score a touchdown. So typically they kick to get the extra point, but instead they're going for another touchdown and they get 2 points.
And they have only one chance to do
One
that.
chance to do that. But it's after a touchdown already happened.
Okay, it's after a touchdown already
happens.
They got to go
score a
for
touchdown and then either they kick it or they go for it.
Wow. Okay, this brings us to our final question. Today, October 5th, is Travis Kelce's birthday. Happy birthday, Travis.
Happy birthday, Trav.
He was born in 1989, the same year as his new lady, T Swift. And on October 5th, which is the same date as someone in the Taylorverse that she has written a song about and named that song after. Who is that birthday sharer?
John Mayer.
No, but that's a great guess.
Dear John.
Dear John, amazing song, heartbreaking,
Okay.
wrenching. Oh, amazing.
Okay. I'm going to go with who else has she dated? How long ago was this song made?
Recently.
Recently. So like a recent person in her life.
It was a COVID
song. COVID song about somebody. About Selena Gomez. That's my final answer.
The answer we were looking for, born October 5th, 1928.
28.
Is Taylor Swift's grandmother, Marjorie.
So we're starting week 5 off with a tie in our pop quiz. So it's about that time for the final goss.
Final Goss.
So what is the final goss this week, Marissa?
Okay, so this week we've been talking a lot. Everyone's been talking a lot about Taylor and Travis, but we have another celeb NFL couple in the midst. Star quarterback Josh Allen. We talked about him earlier because he crushed the Dolphins.
Yeah, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
And Haley Steinfeld have been quietly dating since May, and rumors are swirling that things are getting serious.
Yeah, so I've heard her name. I know her name, but I don't really know why she's famous. I don't know who she is. Who is she?
Okay, so she is an actress, a singer. She was nominated for an Oscar at 14 years old for her role in True Grit.
She's an actress.
She's an actress. She was like a real actress. She's been in Pitch Perfect, The Edge of 17, even Taylor Swift's music video for Bad Blood that she had.
Oh, she's a Swiftie.
She's a Swiftie. She's in the crew. She has a pop career of her own. Love Myself, which you'd recognize if you heard it. Before Josh Allen, she dated Niall from One Direction. So she's no stranger. She's been in the scene. Yeah, she's been in the mix. So before her, Josh Allen had been dating Brittany Williams. We don't need to know her name. I say it like it's a name to know, but that was just his girlfriend.
Poor girl.
No disrespect. For years, they met as kids. They reconnected in high school. They were together for years. They built a house together in Buffalo. And then March of 2023, they split. So there were rumors, no reputable sources. So maybe it's because it's fake, but maybe it's because it's the best cover-up of all time, that he got someone pregnant, and that's why him and Brittany broke up.
Ooh.
I don't think so. I think it's just gossip. I don't think it's there's any merit
like that
to it.
Girl, whoever she is, would have come forward like some of the other
unless she got a big old payday.
Oh yeah, true.
But
either way, the timing of that is a little sketchy.
Mm-hmm. So either way, him and Brittany broke up. Sad for Brittany, amazing for the Tea Huddle, because now we have a single stud quarterback out on the scene, dating famous girls, making out in pools in Mexico. There were photos of them on like a long distance lens of them in a pool in Mexico during the off-season.
Do you know how they met, or just like... Is she from Buffalo? Or?
She's not from Buffalo. She's from California. I think I would guess, based on nothing except just my own thoughts,
Raya,
that somebody slid into somebody's DMs. That's what I would think.
That's how it happens when you're famous.
That's how it happens. But now things are getting serious. She took a picture following in Taylor's footsteps with his mom.
I did see that.
Weekend.
Smart. Like, that's what people love.
That's what people... She was like, everyone loves that Taylor's hanging out with Donna. I gotta hang out with whatever Josh's mom's name is.
Love the players' moms.
Are things getting serious? Is this gonna go the distance? Is it a fling? Did he get somebody else pregnant? Can't wait to find out.
I'll be looking out for that.
So we'll be looking out for that. We'll be looking out to see if, the teams get better at football in the weeks to come.
But anyway, thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to stay juicy.